my presentation on the 5 C's of communication. So the first 3 of the 5 C's are clear, concise, and complete. Right here we see a piece of glass, which is clear, you can see through it, and it's supposed to represent a clear message, or clear in the 5 C's. Basically, clear is where your message isn't foggy, it's easy to understand, they know what you're saying. The second thing is concise, which is this guy right here, which is an arrow. And a concise message is something that gets straight to the point. You don't mess around, you don't add filler words, you don't avoid it, you get straight to the point. And for complete is this check mark, which is a message that is complete. It tells you everything you need, kind of like an itinerary. It tells you who the message is for, when it's for, the 5 W's, and it can tell you stuff where you have to be and stuff like that. The last 2 of the 5 C's are consistent and considerate. This photo right here represents consistent. A consistent message relays the important information over and over again, so the person knows what they're supposed to do, maybe. So you don't just tell them once, you tell them multiple times. Don't forget to do this, make sure you do this, please do this. And it can be you who has to do it, or some other way to describe what they have to do and stuff. Over here, considerate message uses the you tone, kind of more not persuasive, but more obviously considerate and not so formal and direct. Here's some examples. We can use the 5 C's in some simple sentences, as we have the first example for clear. We need to pay the property tax. It's clear, you know what you have to do. Concise example would be take the dog for a walk. It's straight to the point. There's no fluff around it. It tells you exactly what you have to do again. And complete example would be I need you home at 5. You know when I need you home, and you know who needs you home and where you're supposed to be. An example of consistent and considerate would be, well, A for consistent, you need to make sure the house is clean. You need to clean the kitchen, vacuum, and make sure everything looks nice. You know what you have to do. The house has to be clean, and there's a list of stuff that has to be done, and that's the stuff you have to make sure is done. A considerate message could be, do you need a hand with the groceries? Shows you trying to help out and using the U-tone. Conclusion would be the 5 C's obviously help us communicate better and understand what people are trying to say. So utilizing them in your way of speaking and communicating can help make communication a lot easier between you and whoever you're communicating with.